Hi everybody, and welcome back to Axion, a token channel. Your host Superman in the house representing, and of course, we're going to bring in a special guest, our collab again. I think this is our third one in a row. We're going to bring in our one and only crypto casino. So let's bring him on. Welcome, CC.
Hey, hi there, Superman, mate.
Good to
hi,
see
everyone.
You.
Hopefully, some of you guys in the UK join early for me. 7 a.m. I got up for this.
Yeah. Let's checking the audio's up and running. Audio sounds good to me. So you've got a cup of coffee. I've got a cup of tea, I think.
That's it, mate. Yep.
Yeah, cup of tea.
I'm just finding this video, what we're watching there as well, because I like to bring it up while I'm watching as well.
Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody. Don't forget to get in the chat, say hello, all that good stuff. And we've got a lot in store. We're going to talk about the Friday night session with the Axion on Telegram, isn't it? And we're going to talk about all the announcements that's been out, all these huge announcements and more to come. We're going to talk about, obviously, ApeSwap. We're going to talk about all the things there, which is amazing. It looks fantastic. It's so good. AAA for that. Nice move by Axion. We're going to look at the Axion dashboard, which has been upgraded and updated. We're going to put some of the feature changes there, some things you need to be aware of. And talk about the Axion price, of course. And of course, your opportunity to be able to pick up some sweet Axion and get that staked and get part of the ecosystem. So check it out as well. So if you're watching this after the live stream, of course, leave comments. I respond to all those as well. And don't forget to get into the Discord and Telegram. And the community is number one, right? So you get in there and speak your mind and have a lot of fun in there, meet and greet people online. It's pretty cool. All right, CC. Woo! That's an
That was a mouthful.
Your cat's about to do something spectacular in the background there.
Yeah, that's me dog Waffles.
How's your dog, is it? Dog, sorry.
That's old Waffles there.
yeah, nice. I like the disco lights. I like the disco lights as well behind you.
Oh, yeah. And there's me. Yeah. That's me beer thing, guys, where I put my Heineken.
I like it.
Oh, and there's the suitcases ready for next week. So going Benidorm Friday to Monday. Just on the lads beer up weekend.
That sounds fantastic. That sounds like a hoot. All right. Are you going to tell us a little bit about Friday on the Axion Telegram, I think, Friday nights?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I look forward to Fridays. Number one, because that's the day I let my hair down. I ain't got no hair, but and have a beer and stuff. And, at 5 o'clock UK time or 4 p.m. UTC, we do the Axion Friday show. Andy hosts the show. Sometimes I host it if Andy's busy. Anyone that don't know, Andy is a preacher as well, parish preacher.
Oh, wow, fantastic.
Yeah, so I think it was last week he was super busy, obviously, when our Queen died. So obviously his congregation and stuff like that, he was super busy over that time. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. I've never ever won the quiz. It's always on films and music. I thought I was quite a film buff, but Andy does come out with some really good questions, and Fisto helps out and stuff. But yeah, it's really good fun at the end of the day. Always look forward to the Fridays. And then last night, that was good fun as well. If anyone watched the live stream on the Axion Official at 9 o'clock last night. By then, I'd had quite a few beers, and luckily I wasn't actually on the microphone. So we was all in the text chat. It was nice to see Big Bear was in there as well. It's nice to see some old faces in there, so to speak. Old Axion OGs, so to speak, coming back. And yeah, it was good fun.
Oh, nice. So they always give $100 away for the winner, don't they?
Well, that's changed now, because obviously where Axion is quite low in price at the moment, that's a ridiculous amount. You're talking like over 10 million Axion just to win a quiz. So what we've, or should I say, what the team has sort of come up with now is basically the more people that join Telegram, I think it's a couple of dollars worth of Axion per person. So yesterday, I believe, maybe there was 14 people, something like that. It worked out 3.5 million Axion, the winner yesterday. And if I remember rightly, it was Tolga. You know, so congrats to
Oh,
Toga on that.
all right, yeah, cool, yeah,
Yeah,
well
yeah,
done.
yeah. So it's good fun, Superman. It'd be nice if you could set your alarm and join it one day.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, the problem is that I got myself locked out of Telegram. I still never got back in. It's been like, what's it, 2 years now, maybe.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I used to be all over Telegram, and everyone used to Superman's here in the chat, but it's been a long time.
It's crazy, you know. I mean, I live on Telegram, yeah, and occasionally I'll jump over to Discord, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a Telegram person, but yeah, you know, you do get loads of DMs and all the crap and that with Telegram, but I find it easy to use.
Yeah, nice. Hey, look, we've had so many huge announcements coming up. Hey, look, we've got Kim in the house. Hey, good to see you, Kim. Hi, sirs. Always good to see Kim, a very hardened Axion investor, so it's great to see Kim in the house.
I'm just bringing it up now. You all right, matey?
Yeah. What I was going to say was, we had such huge announcements, and the team's just getting warmed up. It's really spectacular. I've been really impressed with what the team's been doing. And, of course, everybody out there in the Axion community should be excited. Get into Discord and Telegram. I swear they're doing such cool things. That has been so good. Kim says, been here from the start and still here, says Kim. Hey, we've got Kevin Wilson in the house, Axion Token channel member in there as well. Hi, Kevin. Always a pleasure. Always appreciate Kevin's support. And, of course, he's a hardened Axion investor as well. So very, very cool. Very impressive, says Kim. Yeah, really great. So Kim's particularly happy with the announcements, and we're going to get into some of that too. So good to see you jumping in there. Polygon has allowed so much, says Kevin. Yeah, absolutely. Opening up the doors there. And
definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, CC, you're saying?
No, yeah, I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah, definitely. You know, the gas fees are next to nothing, transaction fees.
Yeah.
You know, and as we know, that also allows Axion to, you know, they want to add stuff to the contract and stuff. It don't cost them thousands of dollars to do it, you know.
Yeah. So if you're new to this channel, you've come across Axion, obviously world's best staking ecosystem out there, and of course check it out. We're going to jump over to the website, CC, and bam, there we go. And of course the site is the best. I love this site, And a big shout out to Pullen and the marketing team putting this together. It really is a beautiful site in crypto.
A lot of hard work's gone into that. Top quality website.
Yeah. I honestly, Axion comes out with the best artwork. That really is tremendous. The artwork's just incredible, and of course, you've got some of the key metrics and calculators, and even embedded in the website. Pretty amazing. The rocket going up there, I love that, and the blogs as well with the latest, greatest news in there. So it's really is cool. And if you're new to Axion, of course, we've got the accelerator, which is the main place you can go get all the benefits when you go to invest in Axion. You just get more of the incentives as opposed to buying on the market, so it makes a lot of sense. You get a bonus collider NFT as well, which means you could actually win a huge part of your investment straight away or double up on the investment pretty quickly. It's pretty impressive. And, of course, there's stake NFTs as well, which can give you a lot of upsides into the ecosystem. You can see, look at us, every investment you make gets its own galaxy and things like that. So it's a pretty special place, Axion. And, of course, look at that. Beautiful stuff, man. Honestly, so good. So that's some of the cool stuff. Obviously, news and the blogs there. You get to see some of the latest news. You can see the summer stakes. We just had that campaign, big prizes. And, of course, we're going to cover that as well because people won some big prizes. And then finally, we've got the launch pad as well, which a lot of projects launch early. And, of course, Axion people get access to those as well. So some really nice upsides there. If you want to invest, of course, do your investment due diligence. Check out the website, get into Telegram and Discord, and ask any questions. And then after that, of course, Axion Portal is where you go to the Axion DApp, and that's where you can stake and watch your investments grow and things like that. There's also a support line as well on the site, which is pretty awesome if you need extra support. So it's pretty cool. Let's jump into the blogs. This is the blog page. Recently, we had Axion Summer Stakes, and, man, they were really cool with big prizes. And we're going to talk about the winners today. Because that was won pretty well. So you could either buy Axion or use existing liquid Axion to participate in that and get into the draw. And obviously you get all the benefits from staking, everything else. So they've been super successful, I think, pretty popular in any case. So we're going to get into a lot of that. Let's go straight to the announcements. So the website link to Axion.network is in the video description if you want to find out more. But let's jump over to the Axion announcements and find out all the latest news, because obviously Axion team's been launching and announcing some big things, and there's more to come. So we're going to be covering quite a lot of that here. Just going to scroll down to where we're going to start from here. Some big announcements. So we're going to start from, I think we're going back up to, I think we're going to stroll a little bit higher. Axion Fridays. No, we're going down a little bit further actually. So we'll just scroll down through here. We're probably going to start here actually. So this is the one we want to start it with. Axion's network forms a strategic alliance with ApeSwap. Obviously, this is huge news for Axion. And of course, Axion's been tradable on SushiSwap, and now we've moved over to ApeSwap. And boy, it's a good move. It's beautiful. The UI is fantastic. We're going to look at that. So pretty exciting there. If you missed our presentation today on YouTube, which they had, if you want to check out Axion Official, you can find the Axion Official YouTube channel on the channels tab here on Axion Token. And of course, we had a few hiccups, but those have since been resolved. And of course, the app swap is in full protocol moving ahead there. So we're going to have a look at that. With the bear market still in full swing, the crew at ApeSwap reached out to us with a bold proposition that has since turned into so much more. You can catch up on all the details by reading the Medium article. Of course, I posted a video on that, so you can check all that stuff out. And of course, all the new pairs. So this is some of the new stuff here. If you're wondering where Axion's price chart is, the links here are here. Dex Tools, a Dex Screener, and Polygon Scan. So you can get access to all those. In terms of the price, we're going to look at the price soon. I'm going to post the message to this, the message link to this in the Discord in the chat here. So if you want to hit that up. So this is the Axion Network forms strategic alliance with ApeSwap, and it is a great move. CC, what do you reckon?
Oh, fantastic move, mate. Really. You know, even with we'll talk about the dump if you want a bit later, because I've done a video on that. But we pulled back so quick, and I missed that dip. I missed that 507 dip.
Right, yeah. So there was a big whale that ended up exiting, and Axion's actually had a history of this. When we have big news items, big things happening, we always have a whale decides to leave. Maybe sometimes two of them, but that's probably good for the ecosystem over time as you get more hardened whales, and there's less whales out there than there were before. So that's probably a good thing from that point of view. All right, so cool. That is some of the stuff there. So all the links to the chart. We're going to look at the charts in a second. But of course, SushiSwap Liquidity, there was changes with this. So obviously moving from SushiSwap over to ApeSwap, which we're going to look at in a minute. It's this update from Metal here. SushiSwap Liquidity, greeting Axionauts in keeping with our goals to consolidate our liquidity and leverage this partnership with ApeSwap. We have removed the previous LP pair. So LP means liquidity provider pair. And that's basically that liquidity that you provide from SushiSwap, which would be USDC and Axion, in preparation for the T-bill. So T-bill means treasury bill. It's kind of a treasury bill on the ApeSwap product range. Of course, this announcement is so no one is alarmed by this move. All funds are now secured by our Gnosis safe and accounted for. So they're basically taking those funds out of SushiSwap there and put it in their Gnosis safe account. We're excited to report that our current liquidity in ApeSwap is already 30% higher. So straight out of the gate, already hit the 30% higher. Since that time, of course, a whale decided to exit with 2 billion Axion, and of course, the liquidity has bounced back since then. So really, really popular is the old ApeSwap, and you'll see what we mean when we have a look at it. So our lowest point for SushiSwap is growing, so that's fantastic. This is a great news, and we will further clarify this process as we move forward. We just wanted you to let you know that's happening from within the ecosystem and not from an unknown source. Sometimes when you see liquidity taken out of here, you go, what's happening? Rug pull or something like that, but it's not what's happening. It's just a liquidity migration. So cool. If you're not already taking the time to research ApeSwap and the opportunities we're rolling out, please do so now. Well, we're going to cover that live on this channel, so stay tuned. It's coming up in a minute. Great things are happening, and we're excited to be on this path with ApeSwap, and it is a tremendous move. Absolutely hats off from the Top Gun hat there from Superman, because great move from the Axion team, hard work, and just bring out some real alpha drops for the community as well. So cool. We're going to have a quick look at that. So we're going to jump past this popular one here. And we're going to quickly talk about this. So when they launched on ApeSwap, they had there was a big whale sell CC as you mentioned, as when you have already seen, and some of you experienced in real time, we had long-term holders sell almost 2 billion Axion at our recent peaks. As a result of this, we have decided to restrict token purchases in the accelerator to the USDC only. So we're going to look at that on the Axion portal, which is where you do staking through the accelerator. And they used to have 6 tokens, and we now have just USDC. So that's a big change there on the Axion portal to ensure no one is impacted by slippage as the transaction is picked up by the ApeSwap router. With the entire team shares in your disappointment, we stand even more confident in what's to come, and we have appreciated the amazing support our community has shown by contributing to our jungle farm. You guys rock. As a reminder, we have yet to roll out a few more amazing opportunities. That's what I mean. There's so much more coming, folks. ApeSwap was just amazing. I was so glad to see it. Honestly, I'd had no idea, and it was so good to see it. And man, it looks so good. But we needed to take a moment to ensure the accelerator's integrity remains intact and all security is fully assured, since we are certain many of you are loving these prices right now and would love to add your holdings through the accelerator, which is the best way to pick up Axion for staking and get more value. While the UI or user interface in the accelerator still shows all the previous tokens. Now this is old. Now this has actually been updated. You can use this is all deprecated now because it's actually been updated just to show USDC. We're going to show that in a second. This is where where it's nice to be on Polygon because it costs next to nothing to swap any token to USDC before using an accelerator, which is pretty cool. We're going to check all this out now. So I think that's kind of where we're up there. We're going to talk about the prizes in a second. So we're going to talk about Summer Stakes prizes in a second. But before we do that, we're going to get into ApeSwap because that is the big announcement. And this is the where it was here. So big announcement with ApeSwap. Let's get into it. CC's back. ACC.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
So cool. Let's have a look here. We've got a couple more comments. CC says, "Yeah, I missed the dip. One hell of a dip," says Kim. It was, mate. It was. Yeah, but it's an opportunity. A dip's an opportunity as well. So let's jump over to ApeSwap and have a look here. Woohoo! ApeSwap looking like a boss. Look at this website. Really cool partnership, CC.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. I was just looking at because I've provided a bit of liquidity on. I've earned $2.52, guys, for $100 providing the liquidity. Like half Axion, half USDC. So I'll do another video maybe tomorrow on that to show you what the crazy gains at the moment because the APY is like 1,300%. Obviously, the more people that join, is going to be less APY. So I'm not going to talk about it too much because I don't want too many people joining it.
Oh my goodness, self-interest.
I'm only joking, guys.
It's full screen CC as he's laughing with his riches. That's pretty funny. All right, yeah. I get no point. So when you have yield farms, if you're not familiar with yield farms, people put in their funds so that other people can buy and sell them, and you earn a fee every time people trade on the value. And of course, I think it's 0.05% on the fee. Is that right for ApeSwap? I think so.
I didn't. No, I think they're waiving the fees at the moment.
Are they? Yeah. No. Yeah. Are they? Because as a liquidity provider, you earn fees on the trades.
I'd have to check that one out. I don't know. I know that they was waiving some of the fees. I don't know if that's for the swap at the moment or something. Okay.
Anyway, so Axion's moved from Sushi Swap, which was always been a little bit buggy in my point of view. I mean, I like the site, but it's always been a little bit awkward. But this ApeSwap is beautiful. So basically what you can do with Axion now, you can swap, obviously buy and sell Axion. And of course, there's no taxes at the moment, right? Crypto Casino.
Sorry, Superman, say again.
The taxes that we had in Sushi Swap have gone. The taxes, the sell taxes.
Yeah, the sell tax has gone there. Yeah. And that's probably another reason why that whale got out when he did, because it would have cost him a couple of $1,000 at a 10% sell tax.
Yeah. The price moved up, and then no tax, and exit. Yeah. Was it? Kim says, fair call after being fairly stable since the whale sold. Yeah, but I'm dollar costing in, says Kim. Nice work, Kim.
Best way to do it, Kim. Yeah.
Yeah, Kim, I'm not sure if you're on Discord or anything, but you should get on there and get involved. We'd love to see you on there for sure. Now, exchange there, we've got swaps. We've got swaps. Obviously, you can buy and sell Axion. So we'll hit the swap button there. And of course, you got to be on Polygon network up the top here. You just hook your wallet in, connect your wallet. And of course, you need to be on the Polygon network there. They do have BNB and Ethereum. But of course, Axion's on Polygon. Now, Banana is the native token on the ApeSwap, which is not surprises that given it's called ApeSwap, and it's got apes everywhere. That's called Banana. But they do have a secondary token as well. I think they have a secondary token as well. But let's have a look at let's do USDC and see what this ApeSwap is worth at the moment before we get into Axion. We're going to switch it around. So one ApeSwap at the moment is currently 9 cents. CC 9 cents.
Mm.
So that's pretty cool.
Crazy price because looking on CoinGecko, its all-time high is $11.53, guys. So
are you kidding me? Really?
No, really. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. ApeSwap Banana. Let me refresh CoinGecko.
Was that when it launched?
2 years ago. No, 1 year ago.
Okay.
May the 2nd, 2021. It was $11.53.
Wow. Kim says, I've got to find my password again for Discord. Yeah, get in there, folks. We'd love to see you, Kim, and let yourself be known. We'd love to, you've been around so long, and we'd love to have you in there. Now, what else we got going in there? So you can obviously, Banana is the native token. That's what it's worth. And of course, this is part of the yield farming, right? If you're going to do farms up in the farms with Axion farms, you earn Banana. So it just gives you an idea of that. But let's have a look at obviously Axion, and of course Axion is actually what they call themselves, a premier partner with ApeSwap.
A strategic partner.
Strategic partner, yeah. And of course you can therefore Axion's right at the top. It's basically
I think we're about the third one down. About the third one down, I think we are.
Yeah. So we're going here 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 4 here, and it's actually above Banana of all things. So that's pretty cool. Well, I guess it's a letter B, but hey. Look at that. So pretty cool. 1. And of course, we've got 4 zeros, 1, 1. It's the price of Axion at the moment. That's a pretty familiar price. And of course, pretty exciting. So $1 will get you 90,909 Axion at the moment. And of course, you got the router there. It's very smooth UI, isn't it? This really is state of the art UI or user interface.
It's so smooth as well, to be fair.
Yeah. And it's got the router, what route it takes. It's got the expected output, the minimum receive, liquidity provider fee. So there is a fee here, and I think it's 0.05%, which is actually pretty low compared to some. So that's very competitive from the sounds of it. So that's cool. And let's hold that off there. Is there different routers? Maybe there's different routers as well. No, it's just the one router. So yeah, quadruple 01. So one Axion's worth that price at the moment. So you can get that on the market. Of course, you can get slightly better rate if you go through the accelerator. Remember, well, actually, a decent rate advantage there. But the market price is that. There's no taxes on at the moment. Buy or sell, and of course, that suits this platform. So that's pretty much the swapping or trading or exchanging. But you can also provide liquidity, and you can either go to the farm or just provide liquidity here on the form and hit the form tab there, which is pretty cool. I think this is a little, what's it say? A little, you can buy a MoonPay. So this little button here is a MoonPay. If you want to use a credit card to buy Axion, you can actually do that now, CC.
Yeah, but ApeSwap, they are doing Zap 2 or something at the moment.
That's a bit different. Yeah, that's a bit different. But in terms of buying Axion, you could actually pick up Axion just by using a credit card here. Actually, doesn't have Axion, but you could buy a secondary token. Could buy Matic and then buy Axion or buy USDC. Maybe you can buy USDC here. So yeah, you can buy USDC on Polygon with whatever currency. So if you're in the United States, you can pick up USDC. Obviously, there'll be a credit card fee. You got to take that into account.
And you got to do KYC with MoonPay guys as well.
And KYC, yeah. But in any case, it opens up a fiat gateway to Axion. And of course, there we are. So let's have a quick look at liquidity. So you can click on liquidity. So the first thing was you can swap, obviously. The second one is liquidity. And obviously with Axion, you can choose anything, but we're just going to pick USDC on Polygon. And of course, we're going to pick up Axion, I guess. So let's type in Axion. Oh, there it is down the bottom here, Axion. And of course, you can actually add stuff. So if you had, let's say you had, let's do $500, eh? Let's do $500 US. Let's do it. Let's make it even. Let's do $1,000. And of course, you got 1,000 USDC. And of course, it's going to give you 0.15 LP points in Axion and USDC there. So these are your LP or LP tokens. They're kind of your ownership token. When you put stuff into a liquidity pool, you get an ownership token just representing your ownership, which is pretty cool. And you can click on the drop-down box here, and it will give you the breakdown. So 500 out of the $1,000 we put in, $500 is going to go to buy Axion. So it actually pushes the price of Axion up, actually, and it provides fees into this pool, reward fees. So that's interesting. And then $500 will stay as pretty much USDC. And there's a little bit of fee in there, so you end up getting $495. So the price impact for $1,000 adding liquidity would be increase of 0.74%. Liquidity provider fee would be $1, and that means that's going to go paid to the liquidity pool, which we're going to be part of that in the future, so we'll be getting fees back from that. The share of the pool is 0.74%, which is pretty cool. You get to get almost 1% share of the pool there, which is pretty amazing. So I guess what would $1,300 be? Would that be close to 1%? Yeah, that's almost 1%. Let's do $50. They're probably going to get to 1%. We're just about that 1%. $60. Is that going to get us 1%? Yes, $1,360 will get you 1% of the liquidity pool, which is pretty nice. And you can't do that with too many liquidity pools, CC.
No, not really, no.
Yeah. So that's pretty nice. Axion per USDC is 91,579 per dollar, and US dollar there as well is quadruple 0.1092, which is the current Axion price we're used to seeing. So that's pretty cool. And of course, you're going to earn fees, but you're not just going to earn the fee, which is 0.05%, if I remember rightly. You're going to also, but you can also take your LP tokens that you do when you put in the reward pool, which, as we can see, is this given $1,360 or 1% of the pool is going to be 0.02 LP tokens. And after you've done that, you can go to the farms, which is pretty cool. But are you there, CC?
Yeah, I'm here, mate. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Kim says, I hide after my embarrassing Hex stake ladder of 100 Hex with ETH fees. It was full retard, but back then it was a cent. Yeah, it was cents. Probably before September, October 2020, you could get away with stuff in the cents back on ETH chain, but after that, it all congestion and the bull market came, and it was pretty impossible. So yeah, you don't need to hide though, Kim. You're among friends, so just jump on board the community. Lots of people have done lots of things in crypto that they don't talk about, so it's just the way it goes. All right, so cool. So that's pretty much how that works. There's the Zap feature, which pretty much zaps the US dollars. It just allocates that. That's kind of what we're on at the moment. Otherwise, we could just click the add feature, right, and do it manually. So the Zap feature just allocates it for you. That does a market buy and splits that USDC up into USDC and the token that you're trying to support. It does a 50-50 on that. So if we had Axion again, this would be manual. So we have to put it manually. So I'd have to go $500 of USDC, and then I'd have to put in this amount of Axion manually. That's the manual way of doing it. But we can just do Zap, and Zap will just we just pick up the LP that we want, and then we can just allocate the $1,000, and it's going to go and do the market buy and switch that over for us. It will buy Axion basically, and that actually helps with the price going up. The old Zap feature. What do you think of that, CC?
Yeah, and the good thing as well is I'm glad the Axion's paired with a stable coin rather than a coin that is a bit unstable, so to speak. Where the price could fluctuate. Yeah, previous
Axion was hooked in with Ethereum, and of course that goes up and down, so it's good and bad. But with the stable coin, it really is the underlying value of the project. And of course, we do know that obviously projects like Hex have 80% of their liquidity in USD stable coins. So it's probably a lot of projects are headed in this direction, particularly certificate deposits like Axion.
Yeah, well, it's not only that. It's when you provide liquidity. I personally prefer providing liquidity when it is paired with a stable coin, because your impermanent loss is only one-sided, so to speak. Sure,
and that's an issue we haven't talked about. So if you are providing liquidity, you've got to think about impermanent losses. Having a stable coin does improve that, but ideally you want tokens to move up and down together to make that impermanent loss relatively small. So So yeah, you're going to get that separating in this anyway with the stable coin CC.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment for me, it's obviously it's not financial advice, but this was a no-brainer. Obviously, I've provided more than $100. This is just in my YouTube wallet. What I show everyone.
Sure. So you've taken a position in the liquidity pool.
Yeah, I've got near enough $1,000 in my main wallet, providing it. It is crazy gains, guys. Yeah,
which is similar to this here, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So you've been enjoying that. That's pretty good. Right, cool. Yeah. Let's have a look at you provide liquidity this way. And then the third thing, so we talked about the first thing, doing swapping, where you can buy and sell Axion. And of course, the second thing, we've talked about adding liquidity. There's two ways of doing it. You can add it manually, or you can use the Zap feature. Just put in your US dollars and it will do all the work for you. And then it's going to issue you LP tokens. Those are the ownership tokens of your liquidity. And then what you can do after that is go to the farm. This is the third step. And of course, you can go down to Axion and you take those ownership tokens and you can earn the native token banana, can't you, CC?
Yep, definitely.
So this is the third big step. So these are three big cool things. And of course, Axion didn't have this on the other network. Used to have, I think, some Axion rewards when we used to have Axion liquidity originally, because those are limited times. And of course, now we've got this alpha with the banana token on this cool platform, which I think is fantastic. And so, yeah, if you get banana tokens in addition to your Axion fees, then that's fantastic. So cool. Let's have a look here. So basically, you can get LP. You can click that. This is the other way of getting it. That brings us back up to that Zap function, or we can do it manually, just ticking that off, as we showed you in the previous screens. There's just another way of doing that liquidity. Once you get your LP tokens, of course, you're going to have to enable the farm. So you're going to have to give it some power there. Give permission to access your Ape LP tokens. You're going to have to accept that. And of course, so you need some Matic in your wallet to make sure you'll be able to do that. So I've got nothing in this Play wallet. It's just a Play wallet, so I can't do any of this. But basically, you can just put it in here. And of course, you can see the APY at the moment, which the Crypto Casino doesn't want to talk about. It's at 1,303% at the moment. Now, CC, when you guys did your live stream with the Axion official team, with Andy and everybody else, this started off at 1,000,000%, right?
It was crazy, yeah.
Something like 1,000,000%. I saw on your live stream 1,000,000%, and of course now it's still up at a very healthy 1,303%. And so you're telling me your rewards coming at the moment are still pretty healthy there.
Oh, really healthy, yeah. And you know, just to give you an idea, guys, just on $100 in 2 days, it's $2.53 at the moment, and that was providing just over $100. Yeah, and that was just a couple of days ago. I done this one on a YouTube video. So, you know, multiply that.
Do you think some of that's from the big whale selling? Obviously.
Yes, a mixture of that as well. But it's obviously the APY part of it, and plus, if you look at the moment, it's only been running for not even a week, and we've already got 43,000, nearly 44,000 in liquidity.
Yeah,
you know,
and
so
this liquidity, by the way, this is in addition to the Sushi Swap liquidity that the Axion team had, right?
Oh yeah.
That's sitting off in a nicer safe, right?
Yeah.
Now, is that going to be deployed here after a certain period of time? How does that work?
I believe, if I heard rightly, something along them lines. That's what will be happening. Yeah.
Okay, so they might be doing that, or they might be using some for other purposes. Is that what might be playing out, or?
Not too sure, if I'm honest.
Not too sure. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just speculating there. Just remember that's just speculation on my part.
Feasto's in the house. Good morning.
Who's in the house?
Feasto.
Feasto's in the house with the diamonds. I like it. Hey, Feasto, good to see you. Pleasure. Charmed. So yeah, the APY 303% here, really attractive. And of course, if you look over the question mark, it says APY includes banana, includes annualized banana rewards, which is the native token of the ApeSwap rewards, and rewards for providing liquidity, which is the DEX fees. So those are those, if you're trading, there's a sweet fees there, and it's compounded daily, which is awesome. So that's why you get the APY as a compounded number. The APR is like a flat interest number. It's not compounded. And of course, that's why it's lower there at 263%, which is pretty awesome. And of course, that at the moment, of course, it's going to change as more people go into the pool and things like that. more trading and things like that. So banana reward APRs are calculated in real time. DEX swap fee APRs are calculated based on previous 24 hours of trading volume. Note, APRs are provided for your convenience. APRs are constantly changing and do not represent guaranteed returns. Very important to know that. They do have a calculator, which is this little golden button here. So you can see the little button there. It's a little calculator. And of course, if you put in, say, $1,000, sorry, not that. That's not $1,000. $1,000. Watch out for the trip for new players there. What do I put in here? Axion LP. So that's LP, sorry. Let me put in one LP. That's $6,500 of liquidity provision. That would be how much? That would be return at current rates, $47.69. It's got details down here. APR 264%, base APR 263, APY 1x compounded daily 1300. Calculated based on current rates. LB reward 0.15% of trading fees on BNB chain. And here is the fee here, CC, 0.05% on Polygon.
Yeah, cheapest chips.
Yeah, that's the cheap. So that's actually very competitively low compared to other DEXs. Distributed portionally among LP token holders. Returns are calculated based on current rates, estimated returns, etc. So cool. That's pretty much how that works. This is on 1 day. I guess you can do a 30-day. That's $1,592 in 30 days. 365 days is 85,000. Now, obviously, the banana's gonna go down over time. More people go in to the pool's going to lower. The trading volume's going through, things like that. So there's a couple of variables there you need to take account. That's why they said nothing's guaranteed. What typically happens is they start off very high, and then it just goes down over time as more people go into the pool, and then it sort of evens out with a nice little base return. So you can actually see some of the returns in some of these other pools, 10%, 12%. So it probably will trend towards that. I can see there's another one here doing a pretty decent APY there. Traxmatic there, so you can see how it goes.
But Trax only come out not long ago as well, so right. That's why exactly what you're saying there. They should all even out probably 12 to 15.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is it starts off high like this, then gets more lower, and then we'll probably move towards this sort of banking sort of level trend. Now this is better than banking, but it gets down to there. So yeah, see the DAI stable. This is kind of the bottom of the rung here. DAI USD 2.34%. It kind of gives you the bottom area, I guess, with the two stables. So that's very exciting. So really nice. And, of course, CC's enjoying it. So very cool.
Yo, Prana's in the house.
What else up there? So the total amount of liquidity provided so far by the market, this is not the team, is 44,000. And that's really cool. What was it before the whale sold? Do you know?
I think it was nearly 60,000 metal said last night, something like
60,000. So he took about 20,000 approximately with the 2 billion.
I think so. Yeah.
I did look at the transactions. So I think it was about 20K, 21 or something. And so that's bounced back from there to some degree. And of course, very nice. All right, cool. So those are the 3 main things. But wait, there's more. Yes, there's more. We're going to talk about that in a second. So we've talked about swaps, we've talked about providing liquidity, we've talked about yield farming with the banana incentive at the moment, and of course, do you know what the banana drip is to this, by the way?
I haven't got a clue. I haven't researched it enough yet.
Okay, cool. And of course, on top of that, there's going to be a new product coming up, and I think we've talked about that on the Axion news. So I think we've got all this. We talked about T Treasury bills. So that's the next thing to come up with the partnership, and of course, that is on the bills page. So we're going to jump to that one here. And, of course, this is coming up soon, within a week, right? So how many days has it been so far? 4 days? 3 days?
3 days? 4 days.
3 days maybe. So maybe in about 4 days, this could probably come out with Axion. We should see it, wait for an announcement. But I think there were 3 partners coming out in the first week. So we've already got 1, 2. So Axion must be number 3. That's what I remember off your live show on Axion Official. Yeah. We got the Morning Fisto and Prana's in the house. Yo, good to see Prana as always. I love the little ape there, ape face. Very nice. And
supporting the apes.
So these guys here have got these treasury bills. Now these are kind of look familiar to me from like the Warp treasury bills. They kind of remind me a little bit like that. I'm not sure if that's how they work exactly. but you got the price here. You're getting a discount on the market price, whatever this Doggera is, whatever the Trax is. Looks like you get a discount or whatever the market price is. This is the current discount price of tokens. So this is not out yet for Axion, but this is coming in maybe in about 4 days approximately. And of course, there's a vesting term. So discount, there's a percentage discount relative to the token's current price. And of course, a vesting term, this is how long it would take for all tokens in the build to be fully vested. So that's what I don't quite follow. You got any ideas of that, CC?
Yeah, so basically, you're getting a discount. So if you basically click in buy for the Traxmatic at the moment, you're going to get 11% discount, but it's going to be vested. Basically, you're going to get the tokens over the 14 days. So rather than buying it straight off of ApeSwap, and you won't get that discount. So obviously, you can buy more, and you obviously get that discount for it. But
so
your tokens are basically locked up for that period. But for you locking up your tokens, you're getting that discount for it.
Okay, so I buy something in here. I spend, I don't know, $1,000. I'm going to get a discount rate of 7.5, but it'll take me 60 days to get Doggera. I don't know what the Axion is going to be. It could be a different time frame. Because this is 60 days for this one. And let me get out of there. And this one here has got 14 days on this one. I'm not sure if this one was the first one. Maybe it was. It's 14 days on this one. So let's say I put $1,000 in. It's going to slowly drip me Trax or Doggera over that period of time, or in case of Axion, over a period of time. Is it market buying that? Where's it getting those tokens?
Not sure. Metal hasn't clarified.
Okay.
Too much on how it's all working. I'm just sort of obviously guessing as well, bit guys. As what Prana's put, where Warp was done the OHM fork, and where you got a discount on that as well. So it seems something similar, but knowing Axion, they got something up their sleeve where it'll be a bit different and more juicy for us more attractive for us to sort of buy it and see what the vesting terms are and stuff.
Yeah, cool. Presumably it's going to be used to drive demand, which is good for the price. So we'll see. I guess the question is where the discount value comes from, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we'll probably find out from Axion when it come up. So stay tuned for that, folks. I think that's pretty alpha. So treasury bills, that's pretty cool. I like the idea, and we'll see how that works out there. It does say basically the process at the moment, get LP tokens, which is what you do. Go to here. So you actually provide the liquidity. You're providing the liquidity. Part of the answer is here. Treasury bills allow the users to access tokens at a discount in exchange for their liquidity tools. So you actually provide the Axion USDC, for example, and then you can take your LP tokens and then sell them put them in the treasury bill. Each treasury bill is a unique NFT that represents the contract and its respective reward tokens, which vest over a certain period of time. So you're going to get Axion in that case. Okay, cool. I guess that's going to work out at a discount for you while increasing liquidity. And in some cases, I guess that's also if you're doing a ZAP where you're just swapping 50% of your USDC goes into Axion, then it's going to push the price up as well. So you got a win-win there on liquidity and on the price. So that looks pretty exciting. All right, cool. We look forward to that. It's coming up. That's the fourth thing that's going to be on this that we know of. And of course, those are the basic features. Now, the other thing, of course, on ApeSwap, they have some really cool stuff just on the platform by itself. They have Ape stats. So they have all the stats around the native token of banana. So that's cool. You've got your own breakdown of your position, I guess, on here, your banana farms, pools, and stuff like that. Asset breakdown, vested earnings. I bet Crypto Casino loves this stuff. So that's pretty cool. And of course, NFTs as well. Now they've got a whole NFT marketplace. I haven't even covered that in here from the looks of it. And they've got a dashboard. We have a look at the dashboard. There's an overall dashboard of the whole platform with all the assets on it. So it's got farms, lending, pools, jungle, maximizers, others. So they've got other things in here. The farms have got 35 million in them. The lending's got 7.3 million. I haven't even seen the lending. I don't even know where that is, but they've got lending. There's lending here, documentation, charts, and governance. So cool. We've got treasury, total funds in there. We've got operational funds, ApeSwap, poll, partner poll. So there's a lot more to this ecosystem in terms of the breakdowns and so forth. So pretty neat on there. And what else there? Products coming soon. So Really like the site. Really is very cool. And yeah, very nice. What's this one here? I'm just trying to think what that is. That's MoonPay. What's this global here? So it's the languages, if you want to have the languages. Very cool. And of course, you got your profile as well. So very, very nice. I like it a lot. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's a huge announcement from Axion's team. And of course, lots of cool stuff to come with that partnership with the Treasury bills coming up maybe in 4 days. Very exciting. So, CC, you got anything extra to say about that?
Just without saying, there are other partnerships on the horizon, guys. Yeah. It's not stopping, with ApeSwap and stuff like that. No, all I can say on it, Superman, to be honest with you, is everything that we're doing at the moment. For instance, providing the liquidity and with the farming and ApeSwap and stuff like that, it's all for the tokenomics part of Axion, driving the price up, getting the tokens off the market, so to speak, and even down to the OTC pool. That's building up at the moment, so that's good as well.
Yeah. Prana's saying that ApeSwap is on BNB chain and Ethereum also, so that's obviously got much bigger farms and liquidity positions, stuff like that. Wall to War's in the house. There is Axion on ETH still the main one. No, how long is Wall to War? You've been here before since then. Surely
yeah,
you've been around since then.
I don't know.
You're trolling, or you little troll. So wrecked. I'm going to wreck your comment there. There's your comment. Your comment's going to get wrecked. You know better, Wall to War. We all know who you are. Seriously. What else there? Is there another one on other chains worth more? Axion on Polygon, Wall to War. You know this stuff. Seriously. That's enough attention for that one. Axion migration to Polygon chain about a year ago. Axion is paired with USDC. Prana, don't fall for Wall to War. Wall to War knows. That's a sneaky one there, Wall to War. All right, so Wall to War, get into Discord and get involved in the community, and don't sit on the sidelines. Let's rock and roll. All right, cool. So that is the number ones there. We've got the Summer Stakes prize draw. So yeah, we had ApeSwap. We've got new announcements coming up, and of course, the team is continually supporting the expansion of value for the Axion stakers. So it's so cool to see. And of course, we're in a bear market as well, so very bullish. You can see the asset prices all across crypto down from what they were, but this team is not slowing down. It is just mind blowing. I'm so stoked about the ApeSwap. Looking forward to other things as well. But in any case, we have the Summer Stakes blog. Of course, we talked about that. That's been running for weeks, and of course, it closed off there. You could either buy Axion or use Liquid Axion. And of course, there were some pretty serious prizes in there as well. So Summer Stake prize draw will be live on AMA. We've had that, of course. And of course, the top prizes were drawn. Remember that the prizes included a first prize laptop, HP 15.6 HD touchscreen premium laptop. Second prize was a 2021 Apple 10.2-inch iPad, and of course 64 gigabyte of RAM. And of course the third prize there was a Samsung 32-inch 1080p smart monitor. So some pretty awesome. And of course, don't forget the awesome Axion cap, which looks pretty badass if you ask me.
Yeah, congratulations to the winners on that last night, guys.
Yeah. So we've got the winners coming down here. Let me just jump down to the winners here. Prize draw today. And of course, the cap is there. I love the cap there. Let's have a look here. Here is the winners. So a massive congrats. Let me just zoom in on this a bit here and get rid of the profile. And bam, look at that. Massive congrats to our Summer Stakes prize draw winners. Pretty awesome. Thank you all for the support, the initiative, and supporting your token. Now, I did post this on our community tab here on Axion Token, so some of you may have seen this already. And of course, the first prize, HP laptop, went to Anonymous. What? Who is this? Anonymous.
That was me, guys.
Oh, was it?
No, I'm only joking.
That's awesome. Oh, you got me good. You got me good. CC got me.
Last night we was having so much fun with this because Big Bear was saying that they was all Sudus accounts, and he's saying thank you guys, thank you for winning them all. So I jumped in as well and said, yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Fun. But now congrats to the winners,
Yeah, congrats to the winners. And of course, the second prize was Apple iPad. That went to Zulu 30. Well, congratulations. And third prize went to Polylegion, which I think I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with Polylegion's name. And that was the Samsung Smart Screen. So huge congrats to you guys. Awesome prizes. Really good. Do you know any of those people, CC?
Same as you. Polylegion, I've heard of.
Polylegion,
yeah, the other guys I haven't. No.
Then there were 5 standard Phoenix NFT winners, and of course Denny, JT, Lalang. Or I know Lalang and JT. I think I know Denny.
Fisto and This Is the Future.
So I think I know 4 out of 5. Maybe Denny I've seen around too.
I think Denny is Deny. I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Right. No, very cool. Wall to Wall says, yeah, I know it's been on Polygon, etc. Yes, no need for those comments earlier. I gave up on them. Hey, never give up, never surrender. This team is a powerhouse. They keep pushing through. And, of course, the leadership team is doing a great job at the moment. I think they blocked me a year ago. Yeah, well, things have changed wall to wall. So, hit us up if you want to get back on there. That's got an amazing team with Andy and Metal and everyone else in there.
Yeah, all right, cool. Deny D-Say, yeah. That's who I thought it might have been Fisto,
Prize winners and Axion branded baseball caps. Could everyone who entered the Summer Stake campaign complete the form below so we can send you either your prizes or Axion cap, and that is the link there. Please get in touch if you have won one of these 3 top prizes from all the team. Thank you for being such an amazing community. Let's keep pushing upwards. And that's the key thing, right? As the team just keeps pushing. And, man, with the launches like this, ApeSwap, I mean, this was just so good. And, of course, I'm looking forward to the next couple of announcements as well. It really is exciting at times here. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty much the end of the announcements, which is pretty nice. Now, we talked about earlier in the announcements, we talked about let's quickly go back up to the USDC comment. Hopefully I'll find that without dilly-dathering. I think that's the right word. And I think it's a bit further up. Maybe I've gone way past it again. I can't see it there. So let's just jump to the dashboard. Now, the cool things, the Axion portal, this is where you do your investments with Axion. You monitor them. And, of course, there's a number of pages here. But we're going to get, this is the dashboard, the first page. And I noticed they put the little ApeSwap up the top here on the market. Instead of SushiSwap, and this has now got ApeSwap on there. And it's referencing the ApeSwap price on the market. Now, this is the price through the accelerator. So you're obviously getting more incentives. So you get a lower price. It's got 509 rather than 401. And, of course, it shows you the ETH equivalent. So 1 ETH will get you 120 million Axion on ApeSwap, but you get 145.9 million, depending on how long you stake and things like that on through the accelerator, which is the main place that if you're wanting to stake and invest and stay a while, and that's the main place to pick it up, ACC.
Yeah, definitely.
So cool. Let's have a quick look at the total supply while we're here. We've got the 339 billion Axion total supply. Circulating supply is 88.4 billion. And, of course, the total stake is 74%, which is just over 250 billion. And 49% of that is stake for 15.2 years, what we call max years or max stake. And that's 167 billion. So far, we've had almost 45 billion burned. Can you believe it? And that's fantastic. Almost $450,000 at this current price. So this is kind of the head numbers. If you're looking to invest, of course, you just have to connect your wallet on Polygon network. Remember, a Polygon network is the network. It's a second layer of Ethereum. And, of course, the accelerator is the main place to be. Obviously, you can pick up here. So this is where another key changes. If you go through accelerator, there is a reward pool that ticks over every 24 hours. It has 375 million X in it. And, of course, you previously could pick 6 different tokens. But one of the feature changes since ApeSwap is this just moving to 1 token. So it's USDC. So you can convert whatever currency you have into USDC and then enter and get all these bonuses here and so forth. So it's pretty easy to do. Just put the selected coin, which is just 1 coin now. You don't have to select any others like Matic and things. And, of course, you can put the amount that you want to spend and the days. Obviously, you can use the cursor here. That will change the days as well. I always like to use the advanced feature because you can see all the benefits, the shares that you get. When you stake Axion, the Axion gets burned and then you get swapped over for shares. So it's pretty much that. Axion has a reward pool, and the more shares that you have, the more the rewards you get. It's pretty much that simple. So cool. And so on the right-hand side on this tab, you see all the benefits that you get. So you got the principal amount, your bonus, obviously a longer bonus here. And, of course, you got the bigger pays better bonus. You've also got the value at maturity. And then, of course, in addition to all the bonuses, you get a NFT, and you could potentially win a bonus investment, basically. The maximum at the moment is 15 million Axion. That's up to that amount. And of course, you've got a random chance of getting that, which is, I think, it's 1 in 25. I think 125, something like that. So it's $500 at the moment is the maximum. So once you make your investment, you can stake it. Pretty stake button will come live, and you can do that. And then, of course, you can come to the collider. You'll find your NFT, your particle NFT, put it in there. You can also influence the benefit by staking longer. And of course, if you win that, you're going to get a bonus investment, which is pretty cool, up to $500 at the moment, which is pretty nice. And of course, once you've done that, you'll see all your stake value here: staked, active interest, liquid, and the big payday bonuses. You'll see your shares that you've got. Remember, when you stake Axion, your Axion will get burned. You get shares in return. When your stake matures, you get your Axion minted back plus the interest that you've earned. And that's pretty much it. There are a couple of big paydays coming up. 14th of October 2022. That's coming up pretty closely, actually. I just realized. And of course, then we've got a big payday 3, 4, and 5 in the following years, which you can participate. Longer pays better, obviously. Cool. You got your dividends at the moment, CC. What's happening with the dividends? There's no tax now.
So obviously, as you know, we've got rid of the 10% sale tax. The wrap Bitcoin dividends is still on pause at the moment. I think we might be swaying towards having a vote because it was unsustainable at the percentage that was being paid. You know, we're talking millions of wrap Bitcoin. And I know, including myself, you know, max stakers, a lot of us got into it in the beginning of that, so to speak, you know, with the pretense of wrap Bitcoin dividends. But for what I call the longevity of the project and stuff, you know, it needs to change. So I can't comment on it. That's something for the team to decide on, you know, percentage wise, whether we're going to have a smaller percentage of wrap Bitcoin dividends or whether they're going to change maybe for another token in dividends. Personally, I like the idea of Polygon myself because I think you'd get more gains in Polygon in the next bull run than you would with wrap Bitcoin. But that's that's my own personal opinion.
You're probably right.
Yeah, you know, you're probably looking at, say, a 50x or whatever it might be with Polygon, and you might be looking at, say, a 10x with Bitcoin. So, you know, I understand the reasoning why we went with wrap Bitcoin, because back in the day it was to get retail investors on board that literally typed in Bitcoin. So that was one of the reasonings behind that as well. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. So basically, your Axion interest at the moment, what's that, 8%, right?
Minimum,
Yeah, and then minimum 8%, and then of course the dividends are on hold at the moment. So stay tuned. We'll wait for the team to talk about that and what approach they're taking. So wrap BTC is on hold. Axion sale tax has been dropped just because of the move to ApeSwap, which is cool. So if you're a new investor, you'll have to wait for updates on these. And then, of course, your stakes will show up below at the bottom of this page. That being said, of course, there are also NFTs in Axion that can help you get boosters through the accelerator. With the diamond stake NFT, things like that, boosters. And, of course, there are extra features in staking. You get turn them into NFTs and things like that and get visualize galaxies and all sorts of stuff there. So you can actually, I think there's probably 8 or 9 NFTs on OpenSea that you can buy and sell. Some OG ones and other things like that. They have different features and benefits. And then, of course, the Launchpad, with the Launchpad with launches. And I think we're waiting for news around that too, with new launch partners and stuff like that. Obviously, Axion only wants quality launch partners. So we're waiting for that. But they've got all the mechanisms set up there. And part of ApeSwap wanted a launch partner to do launches, and Axion's been picked as one of them, right, CC?
Yeah, and in the AMA, I think his name was Tars, and he was a marketing director, I believe, with ApeSwap. And when I listened to that live stream, really nice guy, and that was one of the things that attracted ApeSwap to Axion was our launchpad.
Yeah, right. So the partner's going to be some symbiotic, I guess. It's going to give and take and add value to both projects. Because Axion's already got all the launch partners, you know, we've got all these ones we've already launched already. Plus, we've got a pledge system as well set up with KYC. So it's all automatic. So it's a really good, in fact, it's the best one I've seen out. I'm not sure how TrustSwap and other things compare to this, but definitely this is awesome on the way that Axion's done it here. And of course, the experience has enhanced it to where it's pretty optimal. You've been through a few of these, ACC.
Oh, it's so smooth, the launch pads. Yeah, I think the very first one was a little bit iffy, so to speak, if we could say that sort of word. But, you know, it was ironing out faults. And after that, all the other launch pads run fairly smooth, in my opinion, like really smooth. Yeah.
On your channel, you actually still following some of these projects?
Yeah, I mean, I can say this because obviously Vabble was on the launch pad of Axion. I'm really going quite heavy in Vabble. I've just got this gut feeling with it. Not financial advice, guys, but I've really deep dived. I should actually do a deep dive video on Vabble. Yeah. I've done videos on Vabble, but listening to James, the CEO, and for what they're doing, and the beta's coming out soon. I think by the end of this month, might be delayed by a week or two, and just so much that's going to be happening. And the actual full product launching in 2024, that's going to coincide with obviously the Bitcoin halvening. So I've just got a gut feeling on that one.
Yeah. Oh, exciting. Anyway, so if CC's got on his channel, you can do that. I'm going to give you a link to his channel at the end of the live stream here. Let's get into, I guess, the last topic. We're up to an hour, so let's get into the last topic here. Axion price. Let's talk about it. Drama, excitement. It's had everything in it lately. And of course, really, really cool. Let me go to, I don't know, a 4-hourly chart. The 15-minute chart's a bit too much. This is the new chart here on ApeSwap, so it doesn't have the whole history of Axion just since ApeSwap. This is the 4-hourly. Let's do the daily. Let me just look daily there. So daily's not got many on there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're currently just into day 8 there. So excitement here with the launch of ApeSwap. Then we've got the big whale in here. That's the big whale, the red one there. But what a bounce back. Yeah. Any comments on CC?
Just the community's great. You know, strong bounce back.
Yeah, that's a strong,
I'm actually upset because when that whale sold, it went down to, I think, 507, something like that.
It did 5074.
Yeah, and you know, I've got maybe about $500-600. Yeah, I've got maybe $500-600 worth of USDC waiting, and I was waiting for Axion to dip to like 508. Yeah, because I believe that was its lowest point. And yeah, obviously that night, midnight, the whale dropped. I was asleep, so I missed it. So that's what I was actually going to ask you. I asked Metal yesterday, and Metal don't know either. Is there a way that we can set up limit orders?
Matcher should have it.
Yeah, because
Matcher should work.
Right, okay, I'll have to look into that, because if I'd set up a buy order, I could have scooped that up then,
Yeah, I'll have a look at that myself. But matches where most of them orders, you just have to add in the contract. It should be linked into ApeSwap too. It's like an aggregator. Should be able to do it. Yeah. So yeah, I'll post you the link afterwards in the chat. But
yeah, thanks.
Prana says congrats, Anon. Yeah, Anon. Yeah, the mystery winner of the top prize. That's for sure. Denny Deezer says a fee a stow. Oh, Denny Deezer, right? Okay, yep. And Waldwar says where to check the Axion price. Well, we're just on that now, so it's kind of cool. Check CoinGecko. Yep, Prana's posted some links to the Axion price. Very nice there on these different sites. Thanks very much for that on CoinGecko, CoinMarket, and Nomics. ApeSwap likes Axion's launchpad and is going to be one of their launch pads. Yeah, I think that's great. So I look forward to that, Axion holders. That's going to be exciting. I'm so excited about the upcoming announcements that Axion's got as well. But what a great move. What a great move. And in a bear market too. Pretty exciting. And look at that bounce back in the price. Looking good there.
Yeah, especially in a bear market. Yeah, you've got to bear that in mind, guys. Yeah. We're working really hard behind the scenes. Everyone is. And in a bear market, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so Axion's overcome a lot of challenges over the years, and of course, just keeps getting better and better in my view. And this latest move is just absolute, just brilliant move. I think it's looking forward to the next couple announcements as well. I have no idea what they are, except for the Treasury Bill one. So it's going to be fun. I like the mystery myself. So pretty cool. Right, so that is pretty much where the market price is. So you pick up Axion. And of course, you can pick that up on ApeSwap. And of course, I think I got ApeSwap on the link in the video description. If I haven't, definitely check out my video yesterday. It's definitely got the ApeSwap link. But I will paste ApeSwap in the chat there if you want to get access to buy some Axion, pick it up. Remember, always do your investment due diligence. Nothing on this channel is investment advice. But of course, if you have any more questions, ask them on the website on Axion, or get into Telegram or Discord. It's the place to be. And there's plenty of people there willing to help you out, which is cool. And of course, we have what social activities there are. There's Discord, has Discord chats. We've got the Friday night competitions on Telegram. So there's lots of stuff to get involved with if you want to. And of course, there's the gorillas and Twitter army. I think they're still out and about there doing stuff. Very exciting. All right, cool. So that is it. Now, if we're just going to wrap up shortly, but if you haven't joined Crypto Casino's channel, hit the channel tab here on Axion Token, which is on the channels tab, and you will find the Crypto Casinos channel. And of course, go subscribe. It does amazing videos on Axion as well as all these other projects in the ecosystem. So a lot of the ones that have gone through the Axion launchpads, like Babel, also covers a lot of other third-party stuff in crypto as well. So definitely go and join CC and gives a wonderful perspective on those. And has been doing liquidity farming as well on ApeSwap. So he's got some videos on that too. I can see one right here, right there, which is pretty cool. So check that out for sure. Let's usually click on this one. We might as well.
Bye, guys.
Cool. Doing some liquidity there. I think I watched one of these yesterday, and so forth.
One of t-shirts is the only one of its kind.
Oh, that was the t-shirt, the giveaway t-shirt I done. The guy Arabella won it and sent me this picture. So he's a nice truck, and it was a nice touch with the beers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome stuff there. Definitely Crypto Casino and myself are two Axion promoters, obviously, but we've been around for a long time, and we love this community. So to both definitely get into it. Spread the word, folks. Axion is doing some pretty cool things. A really nice price to get in on Axion too. And of course, to accumulate large volumes, dollar cost average is what I always say, no matter whether the price is high or low. And of course, Axion has overcome a lot of challenges, and the team is just continuing to deliver really cool alpha drops for the Axion holders. And of course, all trying to get that price moving up over time. And of course, when the bull market comes, it's going to be exciting. Now, there will be doing obviously some reviews around tokenomics and dividends and things like that, in addition to strategic announcements. But stay tuned for all that's coming. And of course, get your voice heard. This team is so good at listening to people. And of course, we do appreciate Andy and Metal and everyone else in the team. Who's the official team at the moment, CC?
Metal, Dead Poet, Andy, and then we've got Fisto, McMarty, we've got Fix, but the actual core members, I'm not 100% sure all of the core members, but
T-Deli's around, he's a contractor.
T-Deli as well, yeah.
T-Deli's around, he's in the team, contractor team. And there's obviously Pullen's on sabbatical at the moment, is he? I think. Yeah. So really, really cool place. Lots of people, and
Destroyer as well. Yeah, sorry, I always forget Destroyer.
So if you've got into Axion at a much higher price, like way higher, just get into the community and get involved and help. Support the ecosystem as we're expanding. That's the only way we're going to get the price back up and expand the community is by people working together. So definitely encourage you to get involved. And of course, there's lots of community stuff in the Axion ecosystem that's going on. The team is absolutely loves your feedback, ideas, and everything like that. So if they can fit it into what they're doing, they'll definitely do that and take on board cool stuff. ACC.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So I hope you guys like that. We've got a couple more comments in the chat there, so let's get to that. Both of you do great. Both of you guys do great with crypto content, says Prana. Big shout out from Crypto Casino for that. Fisto's in the house there with the big red hearts. Love that. And of course, Destroyer. Yeah, Destroyer as well. Yeah. Good comments there. So we're coming up to an hour and 8 minutes. It's a good place to wrap up. CC, you got any final comments? Let's jump into the full screen.
Just basically, guys, stay tuned. Axion's like a runaway train at the end of the day. We might, we have our quiet days, but behind the scenes, the team's working very hard. And there are too many people, that we've got to give credit to, but I can't remember the names. There's so many that are doing different things, like the social activity part of it, like the gorillas and stuff. So yeah, congrats, and on that basically, yeah.
Yeah, spreading the word on social media. Actually, we had a post up here earlier. Let's just it's probably a good place to finish here. We had a Twitter one here. Look at this. It's Axion, most bullish Polygon projects on social media. Axion number 6 is moving up the ranks there.
I think are we still trending on Dex Tools?
Yeah, and still trending on Dex Tools. I think that's up here. I haven't got Dex Tools up, but I think that we were. Let me just pull up the price here. I think I've got the price in the announcement. So let me just see if we're still trending on Dex Tools. We were just before I went live. Let me scroll back up. Yeah, I've stopped using. Starting using Dex Screener more than Dex Tools. I like Dex Tools, but I'll just start using Dex Screener a lot more. Back up here. Don't get dizzy. Hope no one's getting dizzy here. Dex Tools. Let's have a look here, and let's see. We're on Polygon. Yep. How are we doing here? Not there at the moment, I can see. So we were. I think the way Dex Tools works is that if you have the browser open, right? So if more people have the browser open, then they can see that. So that's kind of cool. There it is there. So I don't see it up there. We've got Op2 at the moment. This is Polygon. We were at number 1 though, so I'm not sure how we fell from number 1 off number 1 at the moment. But I'm sure we'll be back on there again soon. Yeah. So cool. Very, very nice. All right, that's a good place to finish. An hour and 11 minutes. Any final thoughts there? Did I say that already? Can't remember.
Yeah, and yeah, guys. Anyway, thanks for all joining. Appreciate all you guys joining as well.
Yeah. We had a couple people in the chat there, so let's give a big shout out. We had Kim in the chat there. Good to see you, Kim. Kevin Wilson, of course, man. Always appreciate your support on the channel as a channel member here on Axion Token. Big time. And of course, CC's in the house, of course. Fisto, good to see you, Fisto, and Prana as well. Love what you guys do in the community. Wall to Wall, good to see you in the chat there. Get involved, Wall to Wall. That's what I encourage you to do. And of course, Wall to Wall, you know me, you know CC. So get in there, and very, very nice. So nice session here today. And of course, we'll be if you're watching this after the live stream, which I know many of you do, leave a comment and get into Discord and Telegram, and let's get this community rolling because the team is doing great things. Let's get the community fired up and support. It's going to be awesome. All right, I think that's a good place to finish.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Peace out, everybody. Relax. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Superman and CC are signing out. Woohoo! Let's go.